Are you searching for answers? Discover your true identity. Stay tuned to Shalom World.
Hello and welcome to a time of excitement and inspiration. I am Manoj Sunny, and together with Shalom World, we'll take you through the journeys of a group of ordinary people in the Jesus Youth Movement who dared to follow an extraordinary call as a part of the full-time volunteer project. A project that has been instilling the missionary lifestyle in young people for the last 28 years. A project that has put 28 batches of young people, around 2,000 so far, through a 30-day intensive training and placing them in mission centers around the world for a whole year. And that's exactly why they are called God's crazy people. Today we have a very young person joining us all the way from Sri Lanka. Born to Sri Fernando and Sri Fernando, she is blessed with two siblings, Dilini and Dilini. She decided to set apart 1 year fully for the Lord and attended the International Full-Time Volunteers Training in Thailand in 2018 and was placed in Uganda. She presently works in a seafood export firm in northwestern province of Sri Lanka, Chilla. Let us welcome Dilini Fernando from Sri Lanka. Dilini, a hearty welcome.
Thank you, Manoj, and I'm glad to be here with you.
How did you start your journey with the Lord? When was your moment of encounter with Christ?
I was raised in a very traditional Catholic family. So my parents used to take us to church on Sundays for Mass. Then we would have rosary together as a family. Not big, or only that, I was a very active part from my childhood in my parish. I was a part of Holy Catholic Childhood Society. Then I became a choir member when I was in my sixth grade, and I was in Sunday school. And then again, I became a Sunday school teacher after finishing my O-levels. Then again, I was a part of parish youth. So I really believed that's where I have started my journey. But the thing is, I have never experienced something that I could say Jesus as a living person. That's where I met some special people in September 2010. There was Jesus Youth at my school. I had a 3 days retreat. So there I got to know about Jesus Youth and also Jesus Youth lifestyle. That's where I have really encountered, I would say, I really encountered Jesus as a living person.
Dilini, you were the netball team captain for your school for almost 6 years. And you were champion in 800 and 1000 meter runs. And I believe you were a smart girl right from your school days. But what motivated you to take a decision to give your 1 year to Christ?
The first thing that motivated me a lot was when I saw the Jesus Youth youngsters coming together, doing retreats and going here and there, they evangelizing and sharing Jesus' love of Christ. It really motivated me to think about myself, not being at the parish itself only, but to do something for God. So that motivated, and that also took time for me to realize there is a need of doing something more than this that I'm doing now. There, I think previous full-timers from Sri Lanka, the sharings of that people inspired me and motivated a lot to take up this commitment, and also the desire that I had within me to do something more than this for God. I think that really inspired and motivated me to take up this 1 year commitment. I was a person who didn't know the real strengths and weaknesses which was within me. But in that training period, I really got to know about everything, talking to priests and talking to some elders. They really helped me to see myself as who I am. So, with that, all the activities, adorations, the games, everything really helped me to go through my life in that 1 month. And yeah, it was a nice time ever. Yeah, that's what I can tell about it.
Let me ask you about your placement. You were placed in Uganda. Did you ever dream of going to such a country for mission? I know that you were placed in one of the largest universities in Uganda for your mission, and you were the only volunteer working there. So, what were you doing in that university for that 1 year time?
Going to Makerere University is a blessing, I think, because it was one of my dreams to study in a university, but I have never got the time and got a chance to go for university life because of my some of my choices. But that also was a very it was a blessing from above for me to go to a university. It was the largest university in Uganda to do my mission, at least not for study, but I studied there. I have learned so many things from that students. So it was a really nice time, and I had to work with youngsters. Most of them are students, so I had to visit them, and I talked to them, and I shared my experience. Then I listened to their stories, and most of the time I was helping and attending many programs, almost every program which was in Makerere University. Okay, the Catholic community in Makerere University, we call it St. Augustine Catholic community. So I was a part of that community with the students, organizing prayer meetings and one day gatherings in that Catholic community which I was belong to, and taking students for the night vigils in town, then reaching out to new universities. Yeah, that was what I was doing in the university.
Dilini, I remember when I met you in Kampala, you were rushing for a prison visit. What is your mission there?
I joined with the sisters, missionaries of Charity Sisters. So sometimes I got a chance to talk to them because they were people that was a lot of struggles, and they were very tensed with their statements. And I used to visit men's side and women both side, being in prison, but they're not worrying. They're very joyful. They are doing drums and they are dancing and singing. They were very. It was a challenge for me actually. We used to give them bread and milk. Yeah, that's what I was doing in prison with sisters. Actually, I really appreciate the great work that they are doing for the prisoners. Yeah.
Dilini, I can imagine that you had a very rich year there in terms of experiences. But could you please share a few memorable experiences when you look back at that 1 year you spent in Uganda?
There was a pilgrimage on 3rd June. 3rd June, that we called Holy Ugandan Martyrs Celebration. So for that celebration, people used to come from all over the Uganda and outside the Uganda also. The special thing of that pilgrimage is they walk from their place to Namugongo Shrine, the Holy Martyrs Shrine. So I got a chance to walk from the university to Namugongo Shrine. It was about 5 hours journey. And it was really amazing. We did rosary, we sang hymns, and yeah, the whole time we was enjoying and we was talking about our experiences. And also, I got a chance to visit more than 5 dioceses and the Buvuma Island for the JY programs. It was really a nice experience because we had to travel for a long time, and it was just saying rosaries together for the whole journey. So, and in the Buvuma Island also, I experienced the love of Christ uh, in every moment that I spent there. And also, I'm happy to say that I got a chance to serve as altar server in Uganda. It was many masses that I served as an altar server, which I will never get back in my country. It was just only for Uganda. So it was a really blessing experience that I have ever experienced. And about the National Youth Conference, which was in Nebi, the northern part of Uganda. The youth came together for one place, and there was a huge celebration and everyday masses, 24 hours adoration. The special thing was that doing the 24 adoration, which was doing by us, it's only Jesus Youth who was there. So it was a really nice time to pray over them and to pray over the conference which was there. And I really enjoyed the dances and songs. Yeah. And these were the few of my memorable experience. And I will never forget this. At the end of my regime, I was mugged. I was attacked by thieves. And yeah, but for that, that was a shocking experience. But I really would love to experience the God's providence on me in that moment.
It's so inspiring to hear your stories. But before we continue, since you've already shared about Buvuma Island, I have a surprise for you. Joining us now from Buvuma Island, Ronald Boa, the present national coordinator of Jesus Youth in Uganda. He is a nurse by profession and lives in Buvuma Island. Ronald.
In the past year, 2019, when Dilini was placed here in Makerere University, which is a university in Uganda, one of the biggest universities in Uganda, that she was working during her full-timership, I was part of the ad hoc team that was in place by then. Dilini was a very loving person for her mission in Uganda. And I remember very well, as she was in Makerere University, she really portrayed a very wonderful image of who really a missionary should be, because she journeyed with the people, not only Jesus Youth, but all the university students that were part of the Catholic community in Makerere University. And she was involving in all these activities that were held in the Catholic community of this university. And in so doing, she was always sharing out to them about the movement, at the same time, the love of Christ. And in so doing, I saw that many youngsters drew that year to the movement, especially the increasing number of the students attending prayer meetings in the university, the number of university students we got for programs here, for exposure and full-timership was all like it was on an increase. It was a very good number, and through her commitment in her mission place, I believe it's through this that youngsters really loved to serve the Lord and come more close to the Lord. My dear sister Dilini, it's now almost a year since you left Uganda back to Sri Lanka. We really appreciate your tremendous efforts in building the mission in Uganda. And we would like to hear from you, how did the faith and culture of this country, Uganda, help you in shaping your spiritual life?
Thank you, Ronald. That's a beautiful question to continue our discussions. Dilini.
There was a time that I felt Uganda is not in need of missionaries. I saw a lot of people preaching at streets, buses, taxis, and so many other places. And it was really amazing and really loved to see such kind of thing. And the active participation at church, singing, dancing, and always they have the smile on their face as they celebrate or as they participate the mass. It was really amazing, and they give peace by shaking hands. Some people, they used to hug people for giving mass. I really saw that seriousness. The culture in Uganda is very unique to them, and it's very respectful. Once I saw a lady going for an old man who was a plumber around that St. Augustine church. Then he knelt down before him and greeted him. I was really inspired by her action because he was a plumber, though he was an old man, but she didn't have any thought that no, I should not go to a plumber and kneel down before him and greet him. No, they don't feel that kind of thing. So this is really inspired me, and I also gone there and I did the same, that the way she have done. They really taught me how to enjoy my life without I have a coin to spend, without having a coin to spend. Yeah, that was really amazing. I was a person who worried about myself all the time, and I had no money to spend as I wanted because I was in my mission. I had to ask money from my elders for my needs, but they were very free, and they were very happy what they had. They had very little, but they were very happy to have that.
What do you want to share with your peers, the youth of today?
Take a time to think about your life. We all are behind our own dreams, and we are running like nothing. Yeah, sometimes we really forget ourselves too. So just take a time to think about yourself, about your dreams, about your passion, and about your future also. And don't forget to pray over your dreams or to pray over your future. And whatever the situation you are into, just believe that your Father, your Heavenly Father, has a greater plan for you. We never know what it is, but He surely has. He surely has. So we just need to simply jump into His lap.
Thank you very much, Dilini. I think the Christian life is all about blindly trusting in Father's care and jumping into His hands without looking around, with an absolute trust in Him. It was such a joy to have you with us today. Your sharing has been so inspirational. May the Lord rain down His graces on you as you journey on with your life as a missionary. Thank you, Dilini.
Thank you very much, Manoj.
Today we have a special guest joining us from Australia, Father Shabin Kanyampuram IVD. He started his association with the full-timers when we had the first international full-timers training in Colombo, Sri Lanka, as a seminarian. He was studying in the Kandy Papal Seminary at that time, and later he was the coordinator of the full-timers training team for several years. He was a former youth director of the Archdiocese of Melbourne and presently serves as the parish priest of St. Joseph's and St. Mary's Church in Melbourne. And he also serves as the chaplain of the Jesus Youth in Melbourne. Father Shabin.
When I reflect or contemplate and speak about this very important project of full-timership of Jesus Youth, it is actually a very big gift to the church. From my experience, this project creates a beautiful friendship among the young people. And that friendship is not just for time being of 40 days of training or for the 1 year commitment. It is a journey of lifelong fellowship and friendship among the young people and among the families and their children, and that lasts forever. The vocations we get from this full-timership project. Many of the young people, boys and girls, after their training and commitment, discern their vocation very seriously for priesthood, for religious life, for family life, or a single way of life. So they very, very seriously discern and decide on their vocation. The training is for 40 days. In these 40 days, the team provides a very holistic, integral training. Everybody gets an opportunity to study the scripture, the sacred scripture, gets the opportunity to study the Catholic social, moral, pastoral teachings, the doctrines of the church. And there is human psychology training. There is training or classes on church history, every facets of church's life. So all these trainings and teaching or experiences help one to equip himself or herself to face the challenges in mission and the challenges in the future as they move forward, move ahead in their life situations. And this training definitely helps someone or everyone to make a lifelong commitment to the movement, to the church, and whatever vocation they choose in their lives.
Thank you, Father Shabin, for the beautiful sharing on the fruits of the Full-Timers Project. As St. John Paul II said, "Dear young people, let yourself be taken over by the light of Christ and spread that light wherever you are." I pray that this project will grow steadily and help young people to be taken over by the light of Christ and spread it wherever they are. So if any one of you listening to me now is inspired to answer a similar call and desires to spread the light of Christ wherever you are, please do get in touch with us. So that's it for today, friends. Let's keep each other in prayer and stay crazy for God until we meet again next week for the same program on Shalom World. For more exciting contents, watch shalomworld.org and download the free apps of Shalom World on your iOS and Android devices. Thank you.
Someone who's used media a lot in evangelization, so I believe in the importance of Catholic radio, Catholic TV, Catholics using the new media. Can I encourage everyone to watch Shalom TV? I think it's a great vehicle of evangelization. And God bless all of you.